Rise, Royals. All right, let's go in and let's learn about the stages of the twin flame journey. Okay, and I am going to sprinkle a little bit of my personal experience, okay, in this video. I have no idea, you guys, why like my heart is racing right now. Like it's like boo 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 boo. You know, it is going like I don't know if it's because just the thought of me going back and just really kind of having to live all of these stages all over again gives me a little anxiety. But it's gonna be okay because I know my royals are going to get me through it. We're gonna get each other through it. Okay, so let me go ahead and cleanse the energy. What's up, y'all? Look, why am I shaking? Why am I shaking? This is crazy. Okay, let me calm down. If this is you, take a deep breath. I may be picking up on some of you guys' energy as well. Okay, if this is you, just calm down. All right, this is going to be good. Okay, Spirit, guide me through this. Let's get started, you guys. All right. So, very quickly, I just want to say, don't try to understand all of this all at once, okay? Because it is not going to happen. All right. Allow yourself the time and the space to grow, okay, and evolve on this journey. There's no reason to rush, okay? Take your time. It may be a little confusing. You may be at times, you may be going, didn't I already go through this? Or haven't I been through this already? So, you will have these questions, okay? So let's get started. Stage 1 on the twin flame journey is going to be yearning, right? Yearning or longing for this person, is just going to be a feeling of knowing that someone is out there, right? Like I guess you could say, perfect person, even though we know this person is not perfect. That's going to be the feeling, right? Knowing that there is someone that is coming towards you, like a feeling of any day now, right? And I just want to talk a little bit about a video that I put out 3 years ago, right? And it's called Am I Single? Questions and Answers. So if y'all want to go check that out, you can definitely go check that out. It's called Am I Single? Questions and Answers. And I put this video out 3 years ago, you guys. And it's a video of me, kind of answering my royals questions. And towards the end of the video, I'm literally explaining how I am preparing myself for my twin. Like, even when I go back and look at it, I actually went back and looked at it the other day, and my mind was blown, you guys. My mind was so blown at how, I was just like, I feel, someone coming towards me. Like, I really, really felt like that. Like, Spirit was communicating with me at that time, letting me know, Y'all, this thing is wet. Like, my hands are sweating like crazy. Spirit was letting me know at that time that, they were sending someone my way. And I knew it. I knew it. I felt it. I felt it in my gut. I felt it in my heart. I felt this person getting closer and closer. And I know it sounds crazy, but I promise you, like, I knew it. And believe it or not, y'all, it was literally like maybe 1 week later, if that, I met my twin. I met my twin, you guys, like 1 week later. It was insane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was the yearning and longing stage 1 for me. So this is what it's going to feel like, stage 1 for you guys. Okay, a longing, a yearning for your person. Let's hop into stage 2. So stage 2, you guys, is, either is going to be the glimpse or the meeting. Okay, so either you're going to get a glimpse of your twin through a dream, right, or vision. Okay, you may be having dreams about this person right before you meet them, or you may even have an actual meeting. Okay, which is what I had, right? Like, I met my person online, right? Ugh, and just the thought of dating online now just really makes me sick to my stomach, because I would never, but yeah, I met my person online, and I'm going to say that, I think I was the first person that sent him a message. It was something along the lines of just like something real, very simple, like, "Hey, King," you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of get the conversation started. But yeah, I sent him that message, and I sent him the message because when I came up on his profile picture, I was just like, okay, he definitely has the look. He definitely looks the part. But, he texts back, of course. And, our text messages were, I'm not going to say that I felt something through the text messages, but I definitely, was taking my time with him. And I had gotten to a point to where how I was talking to so many people and communicating with different people, and I got to a point to where I was just like, okay, I'm not giving out another number to anybody else until I'm ready, because I just got tired of having to block and delete people's numbers and hurt people's feelings because I wasn't feeling either the conversation or the energy just wasn't there. So, definitely with him, I took my time, and it was good. Like, he didn't rush me, he didn't rush me or anything. He was just like, whenever you ready, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's have a conversation. That's what he told me. Let's have a conversation, because I really feel like our vibe is already good. And he was like, and it would just be 100 times better if we were, able to hear each other. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I was feeling the same way too, but I just wasn't ready yet. And when I got ready, you guys, man, when I got ready, we talked on the phone, right? The first time, And we were on the phone from literally sun up. It was like midnight, and I promise you, we didn't get off the phone until it was literally like time for people to start going to work. And the whole time, y'all, the energy was just off the chain. It was just like a connection like no other. You know what I'm saying? And in the stage 2, right? The meeting. Well, after, you know what I'm saying, we were talking for a while. We met up, and the energy was even more intense, you guys. Once we actually met, it was just like we couldn't keep our hands off of each other. We were always in each other's presence. We were always around each other, always kissing, hugging, just not wanting to leave each other. Like it was crazy because like every time he would get ready to have to go back home, he didn't want to leave, and so yeah, these are the feelings that you're going to have. It's going to be an immediate, intense attraction to your person, right? You're going to feel very familiar with this person, right? There's going to be lots of laughs, lots of eye contact, lots of flirtiness, just like I said, and it's going to be like you just can't quite put your finger on it when it comes to this person. Like it's going to be, so intense, you guys. The meeting, okay? Let's hop into stage 3, right? And stage 3 is falling in love, right, with this person. So just warning, okay? When you fall for this person, you are going to fall hard, okay? And I'm talking about harder than anybody you've ever been with, okay? I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're engaged. I don't care if you've been with somebody for 20 years. I don't care who you've been with and how you felt about them. It's not going to compare anything to how you're going to fall head over heels for your twin flame. Okay, I'm talking about when you hit the ground, it's going to knock the wind straight out of you. The wind is going to come out of you in a good way, though. In a good way. It's going to feel good. Okay, it's kind of strange to, kind of explain it, but that's what it's going to feel like, I remember when I started to fall in love with my person, and my person felt it, and I felt it from him as well. But, I just remember him wanting me to say it first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember just like sitting on his lap. He was like sitting on my bed. He had just gotten to town. And he was sitting on my bed, and it was like around midnight, and, I kind of climbed on top of him. And so we were like facing each other, looking into each other's eyes, and, just really feeling the chemistry and, giving each other the googly eyes. And he was just like, just came out and asked me, he was like, "Do you love me?" And in that moment that he asked me that, like, I just froze, because I don't even know how, I expected him not to see this, but he saw straight through me, and I don't even think I answered his question. I think I just kind of looked at him, and I gave him such an intense look that I didn't even have to say that I was in love with him. I probably just kind of nodded a little bit, and he was just like, same, you know what I'm saying? I feel the same exact way, just kind of reassuring me that the feelings that I was feeling, was mutual, and, that I didn't have to be scared to express myself to him, right? And so that's kind of a little bit of the stage 3 for me. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fall so hard for your person, and you're not going to be able to stop yourself from doing this, because there's just no way. Once that activation, starts, that's it, baby. You have no control over it after that. You're on your journey from here on out, And so let's move into stage 4, right? Stage 4 is what I call, it's going to be your la la land, right? Your la la land relationship. And this is where you two decide to, get into a commitment with each other, right? And in this stage, this relationship is going to be perfect in every single way possible. My fingers are tingling. Right? This relationship is literally going to be your la la land, right? In this stage, this person is going to fulfill every single need and desire that you have. Trust me, it's going to feel like, where have you been all my life? Like, how can a relationship be this perfect? How does a person like you even exist out here in this world, right? Stage 4 is going to be that world that you two are going to create together. And it's literally going to feel like you're not even in this 3D world anymore. You're definitely floating out in 5D. Right? You're definitely in this kind of like dream state almost. And you're not going to want to come out of it. You're not going to want to come out of this. This world that you two will create will be your own world, and it's going to be a world that I can't even put it into words. It's going to be this unimaginable ecstasy, right? Okay. So yeah, I was definitely in La La Land with my person. My person was definitely in La La Land with me, and the experiences that we experienced together, and just people, seeing our energy and how we just really vibed off of one another. It was just something that people couldn't even, they just couldn't even believe that we had that type of chemistry. I remember when he came over to a family function, and we were just, I don't know if it was our energy. It probably was. I don't know if it was because of how we were looking at each other that day. But, you know, I remember my sister saying that y'all's energy is just so yummy and so contagious. You know, those weren't her exact words, but it was somewhere around, it was somewhere around that. I'm trying to remember exactly what she said. I don't know I don't know what was said, but we were just like, wow, like we give off that type of energy. We were both kind of like blown away. And I think it kind of even, I don't know, I think it made him a little nervous. You know, I don't think he was ready for that. I don't think he was ready for my sister to say that, but yeah, La La Land is something else, you guys. Let's move into stage 5. Okay, stage 5 is where, you know, it's like you have trouble in paradise. You know, stage 5 is also where you are going to be purging. Okay, and so stage 5 is what I like to say is the stage where shit hits the fan. Okay. La La Land starts to wear off. You know, and you start to have some problems here. You know, this is the stage where you're going to start mirroring each other's shadow selves. Okay. This is where the old core wounds start to present themselves, right? Start to show up in your connection, right? This is where your old wounds will start to say peekaboo. You know, literally, you know, the shadow selves will definitely start to come out. You know, things that you have not been working on will start to show. You know, and you know, I always tell people all the time that you are never fully healed. You're never healed. You're always healing. You know, so you know, I like to say that in stage 5, this is where, you know, things will come up that, you know, you haven't even started to deal with, right? You haven't even dealt with, you know, some of these things that start to arise in this stage. Or maybe you've dealt with it, but you haven't healed it enough to deal with the situation correctly. You know, stage 5 is what I like to call where the tower comes in, right? And the tower is, you know, something that hits you in your connection, you know, out of nowhere. It's like everything that you knew in stage 4 just comes crumbling down out of nowhere, right? And it almost seems like for no reason, you know, for no reason at all, there's trouble in paradise. For no reason at all, the tower that you built with this person is now crumbled on the ground, dismantled, you know. And this is where we hop into stage 6, okay? And stage 6 is what I like to call definitely the runner and chaser, you know. Other people know it as the cat and mouse. And I just like to start off by saying that I never physically chased my person. I've never chased anyone, so I'm not shocked that I didn't do that with my twin. But I never physically chased my person. Now, what I did do is I chased my person energetically, telepathically, right? I chased my person through my social media, through my words in my post, through my song, man, music. Music for me at stage 6 was very healing. I was able to really, really express myself through music. This is where I felt the most connected to my person. And, in stage 6, it's either one or both parties. They are going to decide to end the connection, right? This is where, you are no longer in that commitment that you made with each other, right? Because one or both parties are either running, or one's a runner or runner and chaser. Okay, this is where you're going to get your silent treatment, right? Your silent treatments are going to come into play. You're going to have those phases where it's like no one is talking to no one, and you're going to be so blown away by the fact that your person is not talking to you. And it's definitely gonna hurt. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Now, this stage 6, is where I like to say the dark night of the soul comes in, right? This stage is where a lot of you are going to physically chase your person, because the energy is going to be so intense, right? That dark night of the soul is going to hit you so hard, that you're just going to be looking at your person like, really? What are you doing? Really? Like, you just going to let this go? How can you let this go? You feel this, I feel this, and I know that if I can just continue to, prove to you that I'm the person, or show you that this connection is special, you'll come back to me. And you guys, I'm sorry to say it, but it does not work like that. And it's sad because, in some cases, you will have a twin that will leave for several years, only to return for a short amount of time, because again, this is your twin flame. They can't stay away from you. I don't care how long it's been, but they'll return only to leave and repeat the cycle all over again, only to hop right back onto that hamster wheel, and this is a very dangerous stage, I feel like stage 6, because it's like you can definitely go through this vicious cycle over and over and over again, and it's almost like no escape, Now, I do hear that There are tools that you can use to speed up this process. I am not sure how true that is. You know what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, you guys, I've been on my journey with my person for a little over 2 years. It'll be 3 years in October. But yeah, I don't know. You know, if you're in union with your person and you were able to speed up this process, I would definitely like to know how you did this in the comments below. You know, the information would be really great for the Royals here. So if you feel like sharing that, definitely do so. Okay, so yeah, the Dark Night of the Soul, you guys. If you're following me, a lot of you guys hear me talk about my Dark Night of the Soul a lot, right? And I have a video on that as well. So if you want to check that out, it is called The Dark Night of the Soul. Just type in my name, Goddessplatinumm, next to it, and it should pop up for you. But yeah, man, I'm not even going to go into what my Dark Night of the Soul felt like, because that's a whole video. So go watch the video, you guys. We're going to step into stage 7, okay? And this stage I like to call surrender, okay? So after a period of agonizing pain, you know, of the runner and the chaser in stage 6, right? You finally come to a point where you're just like, I cannot do this anymore. You know, my heart cannot continue to feel this anymore. I cannot continue to chase you anymore, right? So you enter this surrender, right? You start to surrender to the divine and let divine timing take place, right? You start to surrender, you know, all of the control that you wanted to have here in these stages with your twin flame, right? And in this stage 7, you know, there's powerful lessons that are learned here, you know, powerful lessons, like letting go of the ego, you know. A lot of us operate out of the ego and we don't even know. You know, that's where a lot of the control comes from, right? Your ego self. And once you let that go, you guys, you know, this is the stage where you start to understand, right? When you surrender, you start to understand this journey. You know, you start to understand what is taking place here. This is where the aha moment comes in. You know, this is where you can say, okay, I have literally went through all of these stages. I made it through. I made it through all of these stages, and I didn't even think that I was capable of doing this. You know, and this is where I feel like your connection with your person through the surrender starts to mature. This is where your person is really fully able to step into their true authentic self, you know. This is where your person is able to, without being rushed, is able to grow, you know, able to heal a little bit more, right, than what they were when they met you, right? Maturity and strength comes in stage 7, okay? And this is where we're able to hop into stage 8, right? Which is the reunion, right? This is the stage that everybody cannot wait to get to, but I can't tell you, that this is actually the stage that you should be focusing less on, right? Because it's not about your person. And y'all hear me say this all the time as well. It's not about your person. It is about you and your evolution as a person. It is about you and your growth. It is about you and finding your purpose here. This is what your twin flame is here to do, to ignite you, right? To awaken you to your purpose here. And everything else, you guys, is literally just the cherry on top. The reunion is the cherry on top. Feeling that oneness with your person, and once you come into union, it's like you can easily deal with situations and understand each other better, right? In stage 8, this is the stage where you should be fully loving yourself. This is the stage where it should totally be about you. Where you can step into the fullest self-love that you have ever experienced in your life. And here you will find fulfillment, right? Here you will feel such fullness in your heart, right? Because you have worked on yourself and you have allowed your person to grow as well. You're going to be so full in this stage. And, I really wish that for everyone that comes across this video, I love you guys so, so much. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that, you were able to get maybe some guidance and some clarity from a little bit, a very teeny bit of my personal experience with my person. I would love to put out a audiobook for you guys on just my whole twin flame experience with my person. So definitely tap that like button if that's something you would like to see, or if you enjoyed this video. Okay, and if you would like to leave any comments in the comment section, definitely do so. I know that this really helps people kind of understand when they kind of see what phase or what stage you are in. Okay, it's your favorite goddess, Goddess Platinum, and I'm out.